Do you guys want to know how to make floating traps just like this? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you. I go over about 5 different ways to make traps float at different angles throughout the video. This is made by 2 traps floating. I have one connected to the bottom, one connected to the top right here, as you can see. And if you want to make this kind of X shape with your traps, I show you at the very end of the video how to do this. Or you can try to do it yourself as you learn them throughout the video. Because all this is 2 different ways of connecting these 2 traps. Overall, it's not that hard. Some of the ways with making these traps offset or float are harder than others. I tell you that at the very beginning if it's a very easy or harder one. But overall, for the 5 I do show you in this video, they are pretty simple. And yeah, so let's go and get into the video. Alright, and for the first one I'm going to show you is off a ramp just like this. Quite a few of them are off ramps, but they're not too hard. This is one of the easiest I feel, and you can get real consistent at it. It takes a little finicking the first or few times you're doing it. But past that, it's a really easy thing to do. You're going to start by placing yourself a pyramid, and then you're going to edit that into a ramp. Grab your trap, stand about maybe half a tile away. You're going to aim for this middle line right here and slowly pull your cursor down until you get to that point. If you see right there, how mine keeps popping up like that. Whenever it pops up, you're going to click. You can hold it there. You just have to have it line up like that. And you'll click. About where my cursor was is where you're going to need to hold it. And you can get real consistent at it if you just need a bunch of these placed for whatever reason. If you're trying to do whatever or whatever. I have no idea what you're trying to do with it. But, you know. And yeah, it's pretty simple. We'll go ahead and move on to the next way. And for the second way, I'm going to show you how to make this one right here. It's connected to this top roof right here. So if I go up here, I can show you that. This one's a little more complicated. It takes a little more prep, but it really isn't bad. Most of these are the same way. As long as you can get your cursor in the right place, they're really easy to set up. This is our supporting structure. So if y'all wanted to have it connected somewhere else, you can. This is just, I don't have anything around here, so I'm connected that way. Because of that, you're going to place your wall first, edit it. And technically, you can also have this as a pool wall. I just have it to the side. That's up to y'all. And this is where it really matters right here. Place yourself a cone and then edit that up. Then you're going to place a floor, another floor, turn. You can have an L. And on this last one you place another cone and edit it up. And this is all you need to actually make it. Because if I wanted to break this, I could still do the floating trap. It's just when I break this, this is what would be holding it up. And I don't want that. We want something else to hold it up, so we have this. So once we get up here, you're going to stand on the edge. I like to crouch. You don't need to. Grab your trap. And you're going to angle it towards this middle right here. You're kind of going to move your cursor so you see it drops down. So let's see, right there. So as you can see, I have it drop down, and then I'd click just like how you did on the other one when it popped forward. And it's floating. It's real simple. It's not overall that bad. Then you can break all these extra structures right here because they're not needed. And you have it. And then you can go on and keep going with however you want it. All this is good now. And yeah, let's move on to the next way. And this one is very similar to our last one. The only difference is it's a bigger gap. It's done very similar as well. I'll show you all that in a minute. It's still connected to this top flooring, so you need some kind of support. I just have these 2 walls holding it up. Y'all can have it held up by whatever. And it's done, as I said, very similar. It's not hard. A lot of these are done the same way, by you just go rubbing your cursor on the edge of whatever your wall, flooring, or whatever, until you offset it just right. You can actually do a lot of different ones that I'm not going to show you in the video just by messing with that. But it's pretty simple. We'll start by making our supports. If you don't have it and you're just doing free floating like I am, or if you're connecting it to something, you don't need these. Then we're going to do a cone, go up into a wall, and then we're going to do those 3 floorings again. See, it's pretty much the same for the most part, besides we're going up by 1. But on the last one, we had a cone. You don't need the cone on this one. You're just going to go stand about halfway off on the flooring. And then you're going to do the same thing. Right there, I did first try. This is roughly where your cursor needs to be. A little bit under that second brick tile. Then you can just click. And like that should be done. Perfect. And then we can obviously break all this random stuff you don't need up here anymore. And if I wanted to, I could sit there and keep pushing this off and offsetting it to do a bunch of these if you wanted a bunch. I don't know why you want a bunch, but if you do, you do. But it's whatever. Let's move on to the next one. And with this one, what's happening here, we have an offset trap from this main ramp right here. Offset and floating are the same thing. People call them either way. It's the exact same thing. Offset, floating, whatever you want to call it. This one can be very hit or miss depending on the way you're holding your camera. So if I were to place a ramp, edit it, I can have it where it pops up. Let's see if I can grab it to pop up for y'all. Right there, y'all saw it pop up. You won't be able to place right here. if you have your camera angle this low down from any angle, it won't actually let you place it. So the correct way to do this is you'd walk up on it, crouch, get majority of your body off of this ramp, go pretty much straight up with your camera, and then get it to pop back up. So right there. I'm still a little too far off. It's very finicky with this one because you have to go with a very high camera angle, and right there I grabbed it because it won't work at all if you have your camera sideways. But if you go with a high camera angle just like that, how I did, you should be able to do it. It wasn't too bad, but compared to the other ones, this one is more difficult. But yeah, let's move on. Alright, and this will be the last one I'll be showing y'all in this video. This one is a very simple one to do. It's about as hard as the rest. Besides the last one, as I said, is a little more finicky because those camera angles. This one's pretty simple. So we're going to go and head over. Wherever you're wanting it, you're going to go one behind it. So I'm going to put mine, say, right here. So we'll go one behind it. We'll throw a ramp. And with these ramps, I forgot to tell you this earlier, they completely depend with what way your ramp is, which way your trap will be. So if I'm wanting it the same way this one is, I'd have it like this. If I want it the opposite way, I'd go on the other side and have it like this, and so on, depending on the side, depending on the rotation. I'm going to do it this way. And then we're going to throw another pyramid on this. Throw this pyramid upwards. And with these pyramids, these help with camera angles as well, because depending the way you have this pyramid, it could be harder if I have it edited, say, this way to grab it, but most of the time you can still grab it either way. And you're just going to grab onto your bottom line, and bam. Just like that. It's pretty simple, not too bad at all. And then if y'all are wanting to know how to make that X, like I showed at the very beginning of the video, we're going to do what we just did right there. We're just going to take this one to make it easier. And then you're going to go ahead, I'm going to have to put a connecting structure because I need something to hold up the roof to make it that X. So I'm going to put my connecting structure here. And then as I said about the ramps, these depend which way I want it to go. And if I'm wanting to go this way, I'm going to have it like this, and this for this way. And since I'm wanting to make it X, I need to go in the opposite direction just like this. And then we'll do that 3 again like I did earlier. Because this is going to be the same thing as, I think I did the first or second one. I don't exactly remember. All we're going to do is what I showed you earlier. Do your 3, and then we're going to hop up here. You're going to grab your trap. And then start trying to grab that placement right there. And then we can break all this non-needed mess for your angles. And like that, we have that X trap made. Not very hard at all. If y'all enjoyed this video or are wanting more ways, because this is not the only ways to make floating traps or offset traps, whatever you want to call them. You can use missile strikes to do a lot more complicated stuff to throw them into different directions and everything else. That video would be a lot more in depth. If y'all are wanting to see those, let me know down below, and I might be able to get those out. If you're wanting any other kind of more videos like this, let me down below because I'm trying to post more and more. But besides that, hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.